Hello everybody, we are the 15 group and our topic is modern life addictions. Addiction is behavioral disorder. Modern addictions which have increased recently have serious negative effects on people. In particular, the environment we live in, changing living conditions, culture and beliefs, our psychological state and physical desires can push people to different addiction. In this presentation, we will touch on the physical, social, and psychological effects of modern addictions on people and give information about general treatment methods. Let's start with our first addiction. Online shopping addiction is compulsive buying disorder. Compulsive buying disorder is roughly defined as feeling the desire to go shopping and buy items that are not necessarily needed for the sake of satisfying an urge, or to self-medicate for conditions like depression. Many who become addicted to online shopping typical suffer one or more psychological conditions and use shopping as a way to cope with their feelings and emotions. Therefore, these addictions can negatively affect people's mental health, causing them to exhibit erratic behavior. In conclusion, online shopping addiction is commonly is commonly treated using support group therapy, behavioral therapy, or cognitive therapy.
Aesthetic addiction is a behavior disorder. The changing aesthetic perception with modern life, the desire of people to feel more beautiful and more handsome, are the reasons that increase this addiction. Not every surgery gives positive results. Some negative physical results may be encountered. For example, blood clots, scarring, ulcers, swelling. The addicted person often looks for fault in himself. This situation wears out the person mentally and lowers his self-confidence. Capitalist culture especially commodifies the female body with stereotypes of beauty. As a result of this, as seen in Table 1, women have more plastic surgery than men. Finally, treatment of this addiction is of course possible. People can be treated with psychological support in rehabilitation centers.
Drug addiction is a serious pathological condition that indicates an urgent need to take a particular substance. The factors that cause drug addiction, which is more common in young people, are generally the sense of curiosity and the circle of friends. Family structure and problems within the family are also important factors that trigger addiction. After the drug is addictive in humans, its effects are quite frightening. Mood disorders, aggression, restlessness, excessive weight loss, loss of appetite, uncontrolled and tremors are among these effects. The treatment, which consists of two stages as psychotherapy and treatment, is a very long and difficult process. During the therapy phase, the addicted person's physical repair is made, and then in the psychotherapy phase, spiritual healing is tried to be achieved.
Sex addiction, its effect and treatment. Sex addiction or hypersexuality is a lack of control over one's sexual thoughts, impulses, and behaviors. It can manifest in many ways, such as pornography, masturbation, strip clubs, cybersex, phone sex, or voyeurism. Sex addiction has many biological, psychological, and social causes such as obsessive compulsive disorder, low self-worth, and insecurity. People who are addicted to sex can also show many symptoms because they are also difficult to live a normal life. If we consider the statistical data, 6% of the world's population and about 80% of Turkey's population are sex addicts. Although people with sex addiction often deny this addiction, there are various treatment methods such as inpatient treatment programs, medication, 12-step programs, and cognitive behavioral therapy. In addition, religious and cultural ideologies are inextricably linked with people's feelings about sex and sexuality. Therefore, one's religious and cultural values may trigger sex addiction.
Internet and social media addiction, its effects and treatment methods. With the intense use of the internet and computer, a disorder called internet addiction has emerged. The internet causes individuals to become asocial and live dependent on the internet in the future. The internet and social media addiction can occur attention deficit, hyperactivity, psychological problems, introversion, gambling, sex addiction, substance use, and social phobia. The treatment of internet addiction should be primarily with psychological control. The underlying causes of internet addiction should be investigated and the treatment methods should be applied accordingly. It would be more beneficial to gradually reduce a person's internet usage time and to progress this process under expert approval and control.
I will talk about game addiction. In the developing world, computer and computer games have also made great progress and have become an addiction for people of many age groups and criteria. The most important reasons for this addiction are the feeling of loneliness and failure. The fact that games provide challenging and even group action gives individuals a sense of relaxation. Problems such as deterioration of social relations with family and friends, change in school and work life, sleep and eating disorders may occur in an individual addicted to gaming. In addition, it can activate the ability to stay calm under the stress. Game addiction can be treated by acquiring a social environment, joining in activities, and learning to cope with negative emotions.
Workaholism is individuals feel the desire to work with the internal pressure they apply to themselves without feeling external obligation and to show maximum dependence with minimum pleasure to their work. When considered the reasons of this addiction, performance-oriented management instead of productivity in organizations, disconnection in family, and high level of perfectionism can be counted. The working conditions blended with the culture and beliefs in society might damage the physical and mental health and relationships of people. Workaholics experience fatigue, depression, and burnout because of the extra workload. That's why both organizations and family and individuals are affected negatively because of the work located centrally. In the organizations, there are actions such as personal counseling, family therapy, and workplace policies to prevent and to eliminate, as well as the scales like DUAS and Burberry to determine the situation.
Alcohol addiction is a multidimensional and chronic disease. Alcohol addiction has negative physical, psychological, and social effects on people. Alcohol, it can cause many diseases that can result in death, such as cirrhosis, pancreatic disease, heart disease, like cancer. Alcohol-dependent individuals tend to commit crimes and use violence. This negatively affects their social life and human relations. Treatment addiction is possible in institutions such as AMATEM in Turkey. Dependent people are treated in addiction centers with medication and psychiatric support and reintegrated into society. It is seen that it's possible to obtain a lot of information about modern addictions. However, the most important method of struggle with addictions is to increase the sensitivity about addictions. Therefore, people need to be made aware of this issue because researchers also show that the acquisition of habits is due to the lack of knowledge about subjects rather than age.